What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm just working on a couple of things. How you doing today? Hello, hello. How you doing today? Hello, hello. Making sure that we got there. All right, just making sure everything's working okay. Microphone is not too far away here. Tighten that up. Here we go. All right, let me get this light. My God, that light was so friggin' bright. Let me scoot that over. How's everybody doing today? Wait for people to kind of trickle in. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, New York Comic Con happened. I am really stuffed up, so I might have to blow my nose. So I might mute really quick while I do that. Let's see if I have my mic. Do I have it? Is it here? Maybe it is. I'm so stuffed up. It's like shitty allergy week for some reason. And sorry, I'm bumping into things. I'm just trying to find something. Okay, it's not here. I was looking for my damn hand sanitizer, but I can't find it. All right. How's everybody doing today? Hello, hello. Wait a minute, what's going on, buddy? Hello, hello. How are you? Nice to see you, bud, as always. All right. Tim Taylor, what's going on, buddy? There is a lot to talk about. I agree. All right. Timmy. Tim. Big time Timmy. Tim. Yeah. So there is a lot to talk about. There's a couple things I want to talk about as far as before we jump into the reveals and such, because like I said, there is a lot to talk about with that. I've been working on a lot of customs lately. I think I'm actually finished 2 full customs, as far as Cosmic Legions go. I finished 2 full customs. I've been working on one for like years, kind of tweaking here and there when I get different ideas and stuff like that. But recently I finished one fully 3D printed one. I think the only thing that's using outside of Terry, what's up? Double T. Ric Flair's downstairs. I don't know if you can hear him going woo 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 woo, but he's downstairs. Been like really focusing on doing more customs. I wanted to show you guys the painted head that I just finished, but I think I'll just save that for a video. It's been kind of tough. Like every time, it's not even the fact that I have like some sort of creator's block. It's just that like every time I try to do something, something else gets in the way. Like even today, like I got to work at 7. It takes me about 10 or 15 minutes, depending on traffic, to get home. And still, like my boss was like, "Could you stay another half an hour?" I'm like, "Dude, I can't. I have to go. Like, I cannot stay today. I can't." So it's like every day something's getting in the way. If it's family, if it's professional, if it's something, it's like I don't know. So yesterday when I got home, it was later than I was expecting, and I got I was just shot, completely exhausted. I came home. I think I ate something, which I didn't eat all day, and then I went to bed. And then I'm dealing with allergies. Anyway, great story, Anthony. Move on. So I've been working on customs like heavily. across the board, whether it's Black Series, um, Cosmic Legions. I've even been focusing a lot more on some of the figures that I was not able to get in the past, which was a lot of Halo Spartan collection. And with the recent, well, I'm going to go over it. Actually, let me screen share really quick so I can just talk while I'm doing stuff. So we'll do that. Hopefully my internet does not act like a fool today because I'm really not in the mood for that nonsense. Select window. Terry says, hold on, we've got a couple. Woodman actually says, hold on, I can bring it up. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Hold on. There we go. Says, I feel I can't wait for winter. It's my schedule slows down. I can make vids again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. You gotta the schedule, man. It just sucks. It just sucks. For me, the winter picks up because it's like the holidays. More people want meat, and I'm a butcher now, so that's what I do professionally. So it gets worse in the winter, unfortunately. After the holidays, though, it slows down. Usually around like February, it slows down, which is good. So, or after New Year's, I want to say. Or no, I retract that. It is February because Super Bowl people are still, you know, honest like white on rice. Let's see here. Terry says, "Oh yeah, did you guys check out the new Marauders Task Force Vietnam figures? I didn't know that they were coming out. They were supposed to come out weren't they supposed to come out like 3 years ago? So I'm guessing they finally came out, which is good. Good for them. But no, I haven't. No, I have not. Um, I don't know. For me, it's kind of like too little, too late. I mean, it's nice that they're finally around, but like, I went to JoeCon 2021, and they were just announcing it. It's now 2025, and we just got them. That's crazy. That's 4 years ago. That's ridiculous. And it was weird. Like they're super weird. Like they're like they let I don't know. They're weird. They're weird. Something like it. All right, slow down, Anthony. They were really cool with me live or taking footage. Right? They had no problem with me taking footage there. And what kind of rubbed me the wrong way was that I asked multiple people, guys that were running the company at the time. I said, "Is it okay? I have a YouTube channel and I wanted to take some footage for the reveals so I can give you guys, more awareness and stuff like that." Because, I mean, at the time, I was getting really good viewership, especially for Marauder stuff. And I was doing all those Marauders customs and I was, schlocking their stuff for free. By the way, I had no sponsorship or anything like that. I had no ties to them. And they okayed me to death. And then, I don't know if you guys remember this, but they hit me with like an instant or a direct message on Facebook saying, "Hey, can you take these videos down?" And I was like, "Why? You guys okayed them. Like, why do I have to take them down? Can you give me a reason?" And they're like, "Well, we didn't really know that people were taking video." I go, no. I asked you guys specifically, and I was actually talking to the owner. I go, I even asked you specifically that if I could take footage, and you guys said, "Yeah, it's no problem." So then they asked me to take it down. I take it down, and then no product for 4 years. I'm just like, move on, move along. So like, I think that's a major reason that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And like with me, if you rub me the wrong way and you lie, like I don't like liars. And like once you lie to me and then you try to make me look like a fool, like you're in my little black book. Like Kurt Russell, there's a scene in um, the Grindhouse movie Death Proof where he goes, you know what? I have this little black book, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to categorize you, or I'm going to have to list you under chicken shit. So, I mean, that's kind of the way I am. I'm kind of like have a black book, like I'm loyal to a fault, and then if you lie to me or you kind of screw me over, like you kind of get black booked. So that, I mean, a lot of people have been asking me, "Hey, will you do more Marauder stuff? Will you do more?" And I'm like, I don't really want to. The lack of product, the lack of professionalism, I want to say, on their end, yeah, I'm good. So if anybody was wondering, I don't know why now I'm getting to it 4 years later, but 4 years worth of perspective, I guess. Yeah, that company, and you guys know how much of a supporter I was of their product, and they just kind of, so if they want to be like that, I can be like that too. So, but anyway, I have not checked it out. The stuff looked cool. They were supposed to release a whole bunch of like Halo jumpers and stuff like that. They haven't done any of that. Scuba divers, so all of that stuff that was at the reveals, and they didn't do any of that. So I'm good. They can keep it. Yes, gonna scoop up some. Oh, okay. I mean, hey, if you like it, go for it. It's just they're on my shit list. So, they were released last Saturday. Oh, okay. Applebone, what's going on, bud? What up? Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Woodman, for modding tonight. I appreciate you. That's crazy. Would you think? You would think they would welcome exposure? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't have done like if I didn't ask, then I'm the asshole, right? If I didn't ask and I'm just taking like footage, but like they saw me with my camera, like I had a tripod out and everything, and there was other people recording too. So I'm like, huh? Now you have a problem? And it was like a month after I had already uploaded all that stuff. It was just weird. So, but yeah, you would think, but no. Like Nixon enemy list. Well, I mean, it's just kind of like, like I said, I'm super loyal. I like to think that I'm a man of my word, and I try to be as genuine. Or I don't try. I know I'm a genuine person. I know when I do things, it's because I have a moral like code. Like this is why I started reading comics as a kid. I don't even get my friggin' life story here. I'm sorry. You guys probably don't care. But this is why I got into comics, because I looked up to people like Superman, like Duke, like Batman, stuff like that, like the Flash, and I got into DC Comics and GI Joe and stuff like that because they had a high moral compass. And like, I try to apply myself the same way, regardless of what age I am. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a little kid to still have heroes and stuff like that. Um, but I try to apply myself the same way they would. I think my favorite characters would. And by doing that, when people do the opposite, I kind of lose respect for them. So I guess I have Irish amnesia. I'll forgive, but I don't forget. So, Avalon says, "How's it going? It's going, man. It is going." All right, so enough of my bullshit. Let let me get up. Let me get the. Now I was debating if I should do Instagram or should I just do Toy Arc. I might just do Toy Arc. It's just easier that way. Because I've already monologued and it's 17 minutes into the stream, and you guys are probably like, "What in the world is?" Oh, I spelled it wrong. I'm joking. I'm being facetious. Let's see here. Because New York Comic Con is kind of like the redhead step, just expecting not that much, you know. Even Sideshow's releasing more figures for Return to Tatooine. Which is cool. Like they revealed that was it Kithaba, I think. Let's see. I have too much going on. Let me screen share. Oh, Lil Monty, what is up, buddy? How you doing? Nice to see you, man. Welcome, sir. All right, let's get to that. We'll do that. Let me check my screen, make sure everything is copacetic here. Waiting for the 30-second delay I have here. There we go. Let's see. We're on a loading. Okay, there's Toy Arc. All right. All right, so here is the Black Series. And I got the chat up so I can see. So we can all talk together. This is not just me monologuing. This is a community thing that we're doing here. All right, here's all the photos. So we'll get to all the photos. Now, I kind of made a joke when I saw Lomati says, doing good. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, man, you know, just living life as best as I can. And I hope you're doing the same. It's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, bud. Popping in, man. I appreciate you. I am super nasally. I'm going to blow my nose and get that out of the way. Let me mute the mic real quick. Okay. Do I still sound okay? Let's check. Okay. Do I still sound okay? Let's check. All right. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that wasn't too. All right. So first one we got Boba Fett, and the funny thing is I've actually made a post because everyone was kind of like live streaming the reveals, and the original like live stream, because it was like a reflection from people's live stream phone or whatever they were live streaming from, was bouncing off of the like screen in a certain way. It made Boba Fett look like he had a green head, and it made him look like Shrek. So I was like, oh my god, it's Boba Shrek. It was hilarious. Um, that's really close. Okay. All right. All right now. Okay. Not my favorite version of Boba Fett, I'll be honest with you. The suit looks cool, but the character, there's my little tidbit on that. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of like a little bit too cool, and it's $25. It's not weird $30 like they were charging in the past. So that's good. But Rocket is removable. Backpack looks good. Looks like a Boba Fett jetpack. What is this? Kind of like reuse. Lower torso was probably new, and it comes with soft goods. So this is, which still to this day, Mob Boss, I'm like, why would a bounty hunter want to be in charge of like all this stuff and have all this responsibility? I don't know, but whatever. That's Disney writing for you. There's what he looks like. He does come with toe articulation, so he does have new legs, new feet. For what reason I don't know why Boba Fett is so important that he gets toe articulation, but they're putting it in figures now, which is great. Maybe they're trying to justify hiking the price up to $27. I don't know. But removable helmet, sidearm, jetpack, rocket, rifle, you know. Hopefully, in hand, the head sculpt looks a little bit better than it has in the past. I think the Credit Collection head sculpt was the best, which that's what I used for both my Boba Fett's. Bounce off the skiff better. Yeah, I mean, skiff, you know. So yeah, this is Daimyo Black Series. I'm only going to be covering the Black Series. I don't cover TVC. This is actually the photo where he kind of looked like Shrek a little bit. I don't know. It did look green in the photo. You can see he's got scars here. So this is, I want to say, pre-back to tank or like like I don't know. In that show, he was in the back to tank like 17 times. So all he did that guy do was he loved taking baths. He loved 27 or I have no idea, but price. So Jang, who cares? All right. So next we've got the Kenobi dueling. It was highly sought after. Missing out on him because Walmart exclusive figure. At this point, I might not do it because it has legends that kind of let in like have fun. If I want to say, like every release, I'm just expecting a re-release at this point. So if I miss out on it, I'm just like, it's okay. They'll make it. But it looks good. It's mostly just a little bit of battle damage right here, and then battle damage on the head. So it's fine. I'll pick it up if it's if it's $25 because that's originally what it came for. It was, excuse me. But as I see the Anakin release, and I would expect it to be a little bit better here. So, but it looks good. It's another Vader. Nothing too special, but it's nice that they're redoing it for people that missed out, like myself. So, what is that? It looks like a fold, like a hood. Is that weird? It's probably just a prototype image, but that looks weird. There's a packaging. Oh my god, it's a long day. And there you go. All right, this is a weird one. Now, if I remember correctly, this 2-pack is supposed to be like $64 or something, and I'm like, what? These better be all new bodies because these are straight up just re-releases. And if I zoom in here, let's look at the legs because they like to Photoshop out double jointed knees. Is he on a new body? Can I zoom in more? That looks like a Photoshop double joint right there. Right there. See that little circle? That could be a reflection. Kind of looking circly right there. But this also looks like a floating piece here. Which looks like the newer legs. Even if it is $65 joints like they have been, which is false advertising, by the way. Elbows are still single jointed, but this guy's been released before. He was the patrol trooper, I think, from Solo, I want to say. It's either that or the mountain trooper. It's one of the two. I don't think it's the mountain trooper. I think it's the patrol trooper. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in. But yeah, if this is on a newer body, then it will have the updated articulation. From what it looks like here, it looks like single joints. It doesn't look like double joints, so it doesn't look like it's on the old body. But yeah, this is a pass for me. I don't know about you guys, but it looks like a pass for me, especially for that price. That's crazy. Comes with riot shield, riot stick, purge trooper looks pretty much the same. Looks like reused parts from the riot scout trooper from Fallen Order. So nothing too crazy here. Let's move on. There's more proto shots. And yeah. I mean, if they came with all the weapons that all the purge troopers came with in the past, maybe it's worth $60, but yeah, no. I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so, Tim. All right, next. Oh, this is okay. Let's see if we can skip this stuff. The Padme does look good for TVC, but I don't collect TVC, so I think that's. Wait. Oh, I gotta do that. That's right. Okay. I don't know why. For some reason, they separate their photos and stuff. So let's just jump into the next thing. It's fine. We'll come back to the other reveals because there was a specific person that I really wanted to talk about with Black Series, but we'll get to it. All right. So here we have the made-to-order Apocalypse. It's $119. Shmagoo. That is quite. I mean, the Sentinel, which dwarfs this Apocalypse, was 174, I believe, and this is 119, and it's only 12 inches tall. It does come with 25 points of articulation, and this set includes alternate hands, 2 alternate hands to be matter of fact, a shield, a drill hand, a cannon hand, a sword hand, a mace hand, a figure clip blast effect, cannon blast effects, and ground impact blast effect accessories. Oh my goodness. And a partridge in a pear tree. With premium deco and design, Apocalypse is a must-have for all Marvel Legends X-Men collectors. Hope you guys appreciated that. All right, so let's just get to the photos here. There are some characters I don't know that I'm just going to be like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna... But we've got probably the biggest deal here, which is Cardiac. If you don't know anything about Cardiac, he is a character that is owned by his creator, which people have been begging for I don't know, 2 decades at this point to get made. And I don't know, I'm speculating here, but I'm assuming the owner of the character did not want to, or they couldn't reach an agreement with him to get this made. So, and that has been said by the Marvel Legends team in the past, all the way up until I want to even say last year, San Diego Comic-Con. So they finally got some sort of deal. Hopefully, I'm hoping that the creator got what he wanted. I think every creator of something that is, I think the creator of anything should get the amount of money that they deserve. Excuse me, I can't talk. Um, yeah, 119 is a lot for that apocalypse. I think. I mean, it does come with a bunch of stuff, but like all that stuff's going to go in a little baggie, and then I would have rather him come with like extendable pieces like arms and stuff like that because he can shapeshift and he can fluctuate his height and stuff like that. Almost an homage to the original figure from Toy Biz back in the 90s. Because the original one you had like extendable legs and I think it was like extendable. I remember it was extendable legs. I'm not sure if it was arms too. I had the figure. I just can't remember. But I think it would have made more sense to have extendable limbs than blast effects and all that stuff. Like, who cares about blast effects? You could get those anywhere. It's unnecessary. You're just trying to pad the price, I think, at that point. But cardiac is a big deal. Let's get to another photo here. I really, really am excited for this. This is kind of a big deal for me. Maybe not a big deal for a lot of other people, but a lot of people probably don't know that much about cardiac or even know who he is. I was kind of hoping he would have maybe came with an unmasked head. But he looks really cool. I think they did a pretty good job with what they normally do here. I want to zoom in really quick and see if that is sculpted in. And the line work looks sculpted in. So that is good. This looks sculpted too. This whole crotch piece sculpted into the body. Hopefully they stop doing separate pieces and this is sculpted into the body. That's what I'm hoping for. But this all looks sculpted. Let's get to the head. All sculpted lines into the head, which is fantastic. I am so sick and tired of seeing Marvel Legends not sculpt lines into their bodies and just giving us the annoying, well, we'll just paint this line and then leave this like the off-white that we always do. Like, oh, God, it looks so cheap. But this looks great. This is definitely going to be a must-get for me. It's been long awaiting for this character. And yeah, I am pretty excited for this release. I think they did a pretty good job here. I cannot complain. So, good job. Good job on Cardiac. Comes with the right stuff. Comes with the effect that he should. Yeah. I think this is a must-get for all collectors. Yeah, I remember the Toy Biz one from the 90s. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, so this is good. Comes out on a retro card. Don't really care about retro cards too much because I take my figures out of the packaging, so that goes right in the recycling. But, But it looks good. I am not going to complain about this one. Now, this is the... Dark Avengers Spider-Man. I don't really care about this. I don't really care that much about the Dark Avengers. I'm just gonna be honest with you, a bunch of a-holes. So, and I don't know how well this articulation is going to be with all those arms sticking out everywhere. And there's also a ton of times where he's seen not with 10,000 arms, or 6 arms for that matter. But it looks to me like there are. Oh shit! It looks to me like there are no butterfly joints here, but there are butterfly joints in the lower arms. No, maybe not. I thought this cut right here was a butterfly joint, but I don't think so. Let me double check that. No. So these are fixed arms, which I thought they were going crazy and going to put butterfly joints in these arms. But, I can't really fault them for that. I'm not going to. I wonder about the clearance issues with the ab crunch, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, this is a pass for me. I don't really value this character too much, and I don't really value the Dark Avengers that much. So this is a pass. But for those of you out there, I guess it is nice for you guys to be able to get this. It does come with the Build-A-Figure Executioner, and I believe Enchantress is also a part of this wave as well. This is the very rare Build-A-Figure wave that we get now, because I guess they realized how much value collectors were actually getting with a Build-A-Figure, and now they're like, well, let's just take that value away, and we'll only give you like 2 a year now, and put everything on a friggin' retro card. Thanks a lot, jerks. There's Enchantress. She might have new parts, but she looks like she's on an old body here. Like, this looks like a straight up. Maybe there's a new hairpiece. The face looks reused. The legs definitely look reused. The feet are definitely reused because those are the high heel feet that suck. But I already have her. I don't care. She does have double jointed elbows. The old one had single jointed elbows, so there are differences there. Like I said, I'm not. Those legs look old, especially the feet. I know those are reused for a fact. So she's gonna have problems standing. That's the problem. Those feet suck. They are trash. I'm definitely going to get. Definitely getting the Dark Avengers. Go for it, dude. Go for it. Just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean it's not yours. It's just come with this effect, which looks, it's nice to see new effects and stuff like that. Mid-tier figure, I don't know. It's kind of passable. Comes with extra hands, the typical open gesturing hands for every female character ever on the planet, apparently. Next up, okay, so here's some more stuff where I'm like, yes. And this, I'll definitely be in the minority here because, people are going to be like, well, you don't give a shit about the Dark Avengers, but you care about the Inhumans? Yeah, I'm one of those people. So, I'm definitely one of those people, way in the minority. But yeah, I actually enjoy the Inhumans. I don't know why there's so much hate for them. People compare them to the X-Men all the time, and I'm like, yeah, no. They call them knockoff X-Men, and I'm just like, no. So, or that they're just lame. Like, people make the same claim about Superman all the time. Well, he's lame, he's boring, because he can just do everything. Well, no, if you actually read Superman, then you would understand his character and that he's not limitless. But anyway, that's a different story for a different time. Trigon, big get here. Getting a new Black Bolt is like, for people that are moaning and groaning, because I've heard a lot of people moaning and groaning about it. Black Bolt was on the Bucky Cat body mold, and it's so outdated. This needed a well-deserved update. The fins on the inside of his arms were awful, and they were glued to the arm. At one point, I actually cut it off just so he could get his arms down normally. Now you don't have to worry about that because his fins that are in between his arms are removable, and they have 2 different looks, which is great. So they're applying the same thing that they did with like 2099 Spider-Man with Black Bolt now, which is nice. So that's good. Trigon. I'm gonna put my camera or my phone over here so I can not be looking this way all the time. I can just go boop boop boop. Trigon looks really good. He looks like he actually has a lot of sculpting going on here, which is good. He comes with a alternate head with a mask, which is really cool. I might have to paint that mask up. It looks a little bit too plasticky for me, but I'll make it a little metallic-y. Metallic-y is not a word, but I'm going to use I think this is nice. This looks really good. This is going to go beautifully in my Inhuman / Fantastic Four display because I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. But yeah, I like this. And like I said, Black Bolt, alternate head, alternate hands, alternate fin pieces for underneath his, or in his arms. And there's everything he comes with. It would have been really, really cool if they could have added like a screaming effect, kind of like Can of Beans did years ago. I think I actually have it on my one of my Black Bolts. Is that Can of Beans screaming effect, which looks great. That would have been really, really cool to kind of toss that in there. One more thing, but I'm happy with this. Fins up, fins down. You know, that's how you go. And then you got the choppy hands, the grippy, crazy hands, and then the fist hands. I think this is a really good looking figure. And let me just see. Is that sculpted? No, it's going to be all painted lines, but, you know, whatever, I guess. But the screaming head looks pretty good. So I'm excited for this 2-pack. There's him with the fins down, what it looks like. So that's good. I like it. What do you guys think? Are you going to get this one? You going to pass on it? He does have butterfly joints finally, thank God. Especially for flying poses, you know. So that's good. Looks good, man. And there's Trigon again. Or Triton. It's Trigon's DC, you dipshit. It's a good 2-pack? Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, Low Monty. Good, solid 2-pack. Nice classic looking designs. And then we've got Gorgon, which is really, really nice. I am super excited for this. This is really rounding out the team now that we got Crystal and we got Lockjaw and we're getting a new Black Bolt and Triton and Gorgon and a new Medusa, which is coming up next. But this, yeah, there. Too many clicks there. Brand new Medusa. Looks really good. She's on a newer body, which is fantastic. We got sculpted boots, which is really good. The cuffs for the boots. Yeah, and we're getting goat legs with friggin' Gorgon, which is friggin' awesome. So I'm assuming this is going to be an all new body. I'm not sure if those arms maybe they're reused. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the legs are clearly new. And those look friggin' awesome. They put a lot of new tooling into this 2-pack, which is really good. I think Medusa looks really, really nice. Her hair is very tough. She does come with an alternate faceplate, so I'm assuming you just pop the plate off, pop the new one on, which is good. Her hair is kind of a tough one to get done. So with the older Medusa figures, she really had a problem, and I'm thankful that they got rid of those stupid high heel feet because I hate them that we just saw with Enchantress. But with this, she's got flat feet, which helps. I think she's going to have hair that touches the ground, which will help her as a tripod to stand up. Because if you have that old figure, even with that, I think it was the Walgreens exclusive that came out. They gave her flat feet, but it still wasn't good enough. Like the hair, still like it was still too high up. So she would like do this, or you'd have to like. At one point I think I used floor polish just to get her head so stiff that it would hold the pose, or like so. You're still not going to get a great amount of mobility here with it, but I think this is going to get the job done. The next step is bendy wires for her hair, and maybe you could have done something like either bendy wires or have an alternate head with like bendy wire snakes. That would have been awesome. But then again, she would have probably been a deluxe figure at that point. Which I probably wouldn't even mind if she has some like alternate head with like crazy like because she can do that with her hair. She can like turn them into like snake heads and like attack people with them. She can do so much with her hair. It's crazy. It's still insane to me that in the Inhuman show they shaved her head, the damn character's head, and you do that. Like, what are you doing? I need this Medusa for my Mezco Black Bolt. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, you could totally do that. So you can pass on that other two pack. I mean, you want to have Triton finish off the team, or just have him and Medusa. But yeah, Gorgon he's pretty big. Like this looks like you're getting your money's worth here. Not only with the new tooling, new sculpting, but also with the size of the figure. He looks like a Build-A-Figure in today's standards. So this is a really good 2-pack. I'm getting both of these 2-packs. They're fantastic. So yeah, these are muskets for me. Same thing with Cardiac. So yeah. So there you go. There is Go. And there's her hair. Like I said, you're not getting a whole lot of movement, and it almost looks like they sculpted it a certain way to kind of like see how the hair goes over the shoulders like that. It almost looks like that hair going over the shoulders going to kind of keep it so she can hold poses like this, so it won't like tilt the head back with all the weight of the hair. So looks good. Like I said, she's not gonna be able to turn her head that much, but you know, it's Medusa. How many people are really gonna have her in crazy dynamic poses? You know, it's a good set. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so the next one is and then it's another Iron Man. I don't know. I don't really give a shit about it. Sorry. I was gonna probably turn off a lot of people me saying that, but it's the truth. I've never really cared that much about Iron Man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I grew up with Iron Man being like a C-list character and nobody really caring about him. I mean, I had some Iron Man toys growing up. I had the one of the funnest ones was the one with removable armor from the Toy Biz days. That was a lot of fun. But I don't know. I don't even know anything about this armor, so I guess I don't care. But for those of you Iron Man fans out there, here's another one for you. You know, Iron Man sells. I'm not going to deny that, but I don't care. I mean, this could, for all I know, this could not even be Tony Stark. I have no idea. So, comes with the head and the axe of Executioner, and comes with looks like arm attachments, hands, and blast effects for his feet or hands, if so facto. So let's see. It says Iron Man Mark 72. Okay, we're already on 72. Okay, that's a lot. And then we got here's the Apocalypse figure. So we've got blast effects, which look like they're retooled from the G.I. Joe classified blast effects all the way down here. Whoa, go back. I didn't show classified ones that came with scrap iron with like a little bit of a new tooled uh, uh, rock effect right there. Or it could just be that that's just smoke. I thought it was a rock. That's just smoke. So this might just be the same thing. Uh, which is fine. It's just uh, not necessary. Like none of these effects are really that necessary to me. The ones that I would be looking forward to is like the hand cannon, the drill, the sword, the shield, and the mace, because he can, you know, create things and adjust his size and stuff like that. So he is 12 inches tall, so he's big. Which is cool. But I got the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse. I'm trying to think. I have Age of Apocalypse, Year Apocalypse. I don't need any more. And this is just unnecessary money being spent here. So I'm good. Maybe this is a really good option for you. Comes with a bunch of stuff. I mean, that's just me. I think, if he was like, that's a little bit better, but that's just me. What do you guys think? Are you going to get this? Are you going to, I don't know, cartoon Apocalypse, which is not a bad thing. It's just you're buying a very specific look. I almost might re-release this because I mean, just see that this is such an. I would be shocked or redo it. Same thing with Dragon Man for that matter. Like I could see them re-releasing Dragon Man because you're spending a ton of money on it. It's not a HasLab, so I don't know. Hopefully, I never got the Marvel Select one. I know that figure specifically were hindering articulation or popping off. So, but worst case scenario, you can just glue them in like I do. You can always do that. So that's a cool shot. I like that. Pretty cool. There's your drill, so you can go mining. Think how much work he could get. Superheroes and supervillains were just like normal work people, and they were like, "Okay, we'll hire you at." All right, so I have absolutely positively no idea who this is. I don't know. I don't know anything about the character. It just looks like all white plastic to me, guys, with a really bad, crappy plastic cape that looks thick and heavy. So I don't, like I said, I don't know who this is. I don't really care to know anything about him because I'm not buying this. Cool. Is the hat removable? I don't know. They said the name, and I was like, oh, it's 2 pistols or revolvers, excuse me, and the leg of Executioner. Phantom Rider. Don't know. I don't know who Phantom Rider. I have no idea who the hell is Phantom Rider. Let's look this up. Let's do our friggin' homework. I read more DC comics than I do Marvel anyway, so I'm just being honest here. I'm assuming he is one of the first Ghost Riders, maybe, but was renamed following the introduction of Marvel's motorcycle riding character of the same name. Okay, their characters appealing to American Marvel. Character made minor appearances across media. He's also seen in a live-action debut. So he's okay. So he's Sam Elliott's character. Okay, gotcha. Johnny Blaze is also not my favorite Ghost Rider. It's always been Danny Ketch. So, which that favorite last year. Ooh, whoa, hello. What are we doing? No, you gonna do a horse for him? All right. Next up is the. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, so I don't. I have the. I think it's the Pizza Spider. I think that has better paint apps than this one. Because 2099 Spider-Man isn't always just like a flat blue and red in my head, you know? And I'm pretty sure the Pizza Spidey Man? Holy shit. The Pizza Spider-Man had like a metallic paint to it. Sure did. So, but yeah, this is, it's going to scratch the itch for a lot to get his head up. Look at that head. He's looking, where are you looking, bud? Cape looks kind of, but I mean, this is probably going to be, it's a huge Renew Your Vows. That's what I would assume. Retooled Renew Your Vows. Gotta get their mileage out of that body. It's a good body. I'm not going to deny that whatsoever. So, but yeah, I don't know. This is another pass for me. Those of you out there, go for it, man. Gotta go for it. But yeah, there we go. I think it's like green crossbow man. That is hideous. What's his name? Warbow? Moses. Should have gave up after the first one. This is hideous. Ugh. All right. Yeah, this is go away right now. Please let me know in the comments below. Are you guys big, like, I can't wait to get Warbow? Maybe this has something to do with Crystar. I guarantee it does. Because he's like translucent. Yeah, it's got to be what it is. But it's still a hideous design. And my cup of tea. Now we're talking. Here we go. Now we're talking. Werewolf, he's coming out now. Because if he would have came out 7 years ago, he would have been lazily done. This looks. I'm a big fan of this. He can go with my what you call it, Marvel monsters. You can go with Dracula. Melo can't leave, but this looking good. Nice sculpting on the chest. Put some sculpting in there. A little bit more paint. You're paying $27 hands. Like, why? No extra head. It's this. So, the out of time. Marvel is this with that. If you wanted to, and have it. Great. This is when they revealed this and say, but like that I have to get my internet. Love that it comes with Thompson. This is like the dad good. Eesh. He looks like that's a. But yeah, that looks great. Everything, but for the cool bit of paint. No Build-A-Figure piece with him. It brings us back to the top. So let's get out of here. That covers the Marvel Legends reveals. I want to touch on the rest of the Black Series stuff. Because I kind of hopped off of that. Well, we're going to talk about that. HasLab, by the way. All right, let's just go to the. All right, here we go. So I can skip around. This is all the photos from the booths. Oh God, Tron. Let's talk about. Here we go. The man of the hour, Kyle Katarn. We are finally getting. The fact that we got Dash Rendar. Dash freaking Rendar. Wish he came with his jetpack. Yes, I do. But that's what customizers are for. Thank you, customizers out there, especially Syndicate Customs. Go check him out. He is fantastic. He's on Instagram. He has like a whole Dash Rendar kit that you can like add on to this figure. But the fact that we got Dash Rendar, we got Prince Shizor. I'm hoping we get a Lebo and a Zuri. Or Guri, not Zuri. Zuri's Marvel. Guri. I'm hoping we get those two in a 2-pack. That would be great. That would just right over the top for me. But we're getting Kyle Katarn, and not only Kyle Katarn, but they teased that we're going to get some more characters from either, I don't know if it's going to be Jedi Academy, which I really, really hope that we get those. We are getting more figures from EU, which is really fantastic. Us EU people have been begging for more figures. Finally, I think we're forcing their hand because they don't have too much left to go. left to do. Like what? I mean, you could give us what sequel characters at this point, more new media stuff, which ugh. But the fact that we're getting more EU stuff is promising, and I'm very happy for it. And this looks really good. He comes with his pistol, his iconic pistol, and his lightsaber. I'm just so happy that this is a thing. Now, this was rumored, I think, about a year and a half ago or a year ago by what would you get? Yak Face. When someone was asked, we want Kyle Katarn. Do you think we'll ever get Kyle Katarn? He said I guess he replied to somebody, you won't have to wait too long. And that was last year. So, 1 year, that's not too bad for a wait. But I love this. This is, oh my God. I'm so happy that we're finally getting this character. Maybe we'll actually get him in the Star Wars universe, cinematic universe. I mean, he could have. Rogue One was his story that they just stole from him, which was not nearly as good a story as his actual story. So, and Kyle Katarn pretty much trumps every character in Rogue One, by the way, because he's a far more interesting character. But anyway, let me digress. Yeah, I am very happy with this. Why do we have 3 shots of his legs? That's weird. But yeah, I am all for this. I'm probably going to get 2 of them because that's how excited I am for Kyle Katarn. I bought 2 dashes also because I want to support as much EU stuff as I possibly can. Not everything is great in the EU. There's a lot of problems with the EU story stuff. But there's certain things like I would love Splinter of the Mind's Eye 2-pack with Luke and Leia. That would make me very happy as well. And they're like black flight suits. That would be freaking awesome. I mean, these are even customs that I've made of EU looks of stuff like that. So there's another shot of Boba Fett. It looks really good in the poses like that. So. Excuse me. But yeah, that was I want to say for the most part, the majority of the reveals for the Black series. Still no Darth Plagueis, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to cover Kyle Katarn because that was a big deal for me. That was, I think, the highlight of the reveals for me, at least. All right, so now we can touch on this situation here. Tron. Now, I like the original movie Tron, and I like the sequel. I think they're very enjoyable, fun movies. But to throw all your eggs in one basket and offer not only a Tron HasLab, but a 3 3/4 inch Tron HasLab is ballsy. And I even said that in my post. I think it's one of the ballsiest failures I think I'll have ever seen, other than that Cookie Monster that failed, and the Reva lightsaber. I want to say the Rancor probably would have got funded if it would have been offered now, and it had better tiers. My stomach is doing weird shit right now. Whoa. This is like I mean, talk about your niche offering. This probably should have just been like a toy line, not a HasLab. I don't know how many people are going to be able to fund this. Let's just see how many people they even need. So they need 10,000 backers. Are there 10,000 Tron fans that want toys? I don't know. I'm not that much into Tron. Like, I'll watch the movies because they're fun. But I'm certainly not going out of my way to spend $260 on 5 3 3/4 inch figures, 2 cars, and a display grid. Would you spend that much money? I agree with Woodman here. He says Tron is awesome, just not HasLab worthy. Yeah, I agree. This is a complete waste of a HasLab. This should have been like a one and done situation. Probably like a Target exclusive or something like that, where it's just a set. Just push the set out. Say, you know what? Here's something with Tron on it. We got a new movie coming out. Here you go. And that's the thing. Like, you know, they're going to do movie Tron figures because that's what Hasbro does. They do movie stuff. Like, why not just offer this as like I said, a Target exclusive or Amazon exclusive or something like that? What are you doing here? I would be. I absolutely. If I'm wrong and this thing backs, I don't know if there's stretch goals. I don't know. I get it. Like, here we go. Let's just read it. Coded by fans in the meticulous detail of 118 centerpiece of the grid commemorates the original digital frontier. It's an ideal product to expand your collection. Expand what collection? Expand what collection? Are there other Hasbro Tron figures I don't know about? Am I out of the loop? Anyway, it's an ideal product to expand your collection with this LED lit USB-C powered backdrop. So this is what you did? Okay. Oh boy, it comes with Flynn, Yori, Tron, Sark, Program, and 2 cars and an LED display stand for $260. I like I said, this has got to be one of the ballsiest failures. If this thing does back, I will be abso-friggin-lutely shocked. But I cannot see this thing seeing daylight. I can't. I can't see it. I don't. Like I said, I like Tron. I like the movies, but like, am I going to invest $260 in? Maybe if you're only a Tron fan, Like, this should have just been made to order then. It's either got to be some sort of store exclusive or made to order, because I just yay. I don't see where the value is here. Where is the value? Like, say it's what, $70 worth of value for the display stand because it's LED. You're telling me the rest of this is all right. Let's go 100. Let's say it's expensive. It's 100 because there's LEDs or whatever. The rest of it is 160 more dollars, 160, 170 more dollars. Like, holy shit, man. That's ugh. But there we go. There's my little rant. You heard it. I think it's a complete failure. It's going to be a complete failure. I just don't. I can't see it backing. You know what? Screw it. Hold on. Let me go back. I don't know if it's even up yet, but I'm gonna check it. Let's see. The campaign runs from now till November 24th, so just over a month, and it'll ship out December of next year. Holy Moses! And you know it's not going to ship out December of 2026. It'll ship out like February or March of 2027. You know that's what's going to happen, because every single HasLab that, at least that I've backed, has been late. It's never been on time. So expect about a year and a half wait. God, that's a long wait. That's a long wait for some Tron figures. So let's go see how many backers there are. Oh, are you having a problem? Did I? No. Oh, I did spell it wrong. Sorry. My hands were working too fast. All right. So let's see here. God. I hate their website. Their website sucks. All right, let's see what we got here. Why does it say 44 days, 3 hours, or 3 hours, 37 minutes, and 43 seconds and counting? Okay, get your freaking cookies out. Can we click? Can we go? Is your website working? How? Are you going to work? Oh, boy. The 843 backers. It started yesterday. Ooh, 5 or 7,000. Maybe it gets made. But 10,000 people, you're at 5 friggin' figures and 2 cars. Oh man, this is, yeah, not so well thought out. Oh, G.I. Joe. We gotta go to the GI Joes. We gotta go to the GI Joes. We gotta go to the GI Joes. Sorry, you guys like my song? Gonna go to the GI Joes. Um, Iceman, and it looks competent. You know, it looks solid. $27.99. They've boosted their prices. So, where is the GI Joe? Oh! And this is a good 2-pack too. Champion and other one for me. I'm a big cosmic type person, so let me know if you guys want me to stop or talk about something. I will. I will love to. I would love to. Where the frig is G.I. Joe? Hello, G.I. Joe. Where are you? Are you all the way at the bottom? You gotta make me go all the way to the bottom? I must have passed it. Let's find the G.I. Joe. Whoa. Find the G.I. Joe. Yes, we are. On the find the Joe. Like, why wouldn't you just come in a minute? I'm gonna give up, and we're gonna just look up somewhere else because it's not looking like they're gonna. Nope. Where's G.I. Joe? Freaking annoy me. We're just gonna look at. Let's just go to. All right, here we go. Let's get rid of that. All right, so there's some fun stuff here. I do have something to say about one of the reveals. All right, so we've got Big Lob and we've got Lifeline here. I think I'm not like I mean, I don't have a problem with Big Lob. He's like a nothing character. Like he had one scene in a movie and then he was kind of like that was it. Um, so I mean, it's cool. I mean, you need him to finish off that team, which is fine. I'm just not. I don't really give a shit about Big Lob, but I think it's pretty cool. He is on. I'm pretty sure he's really tall. Like I think he's supposed to be like he dwarfs people. Lifeline looks really great. GI Joe team. Why does he have a gun? Can anyone tell me why does Lifeline have a gun? Woman says, "Gotta run. I'll watch the rest. Have a good night. I'll see everyone." All right, buddy. Have a good one. I'll see you later, buddy. And Low Monty says, "You have yourself a great night as well." Can anyone please explain to me why he comes with a gun? Why? Why? You could give him a taser. Gun to shoot water. It's a water pistol. It's not He should come with guns. They forget. I don't know. I'm just pretending it's a but I mean, come on, just pay attention to the character. Nothing like a little squat in the mouth. Should have the cap on. A little Old Faithful. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get him because I want Lifeline. I like him. Don't no problem with the knife. You need a knife as a medic. You gotta sometimes cut stuff open, rip open clothes, stuff like that. That makes perfect sense. You could have went, further with this and given him like medical, a hand with sculpted like medical scissors in there. That would have been cool. I mean, what else? Because Doc came with a stretcher. He comes with, I believe, a IV bag, a medical backpack, his traditional briefcase, it looks to be like a flashlight, two different sets of goggles, his iconic, very iconic aviators, and his helmet, which is fantastic. Now, for me, Lifeline was always important. I want to say more important to me than I want to say other medics. Like Doc he's up there. But for me, the reason why I liked Lifeline so much is because he is a helicopter medic. Like he would drop down, and I would always have him go on missions with like airborne, and I'd have him on my Tomahawk because that was like the Tomahawk is my all-time favorite GI Joe vehicle. B, I would always have him with lift ticket and airborne on there, and now it's like I want to put Parth Pharma with them. It just like all that makes sense. So it would be like a little strike team, It was like freaking awesome. And then I would always have like a heavy gunner. I would always put Repeater with them because you need suppressing somebody to lay down suppressing fire, and you want somebody with a Steadicam gun to appropriate that. He's a true paramedic, yes. But like that's the like he's like a rescue, medic. So that's a cool thing about him. So that's what always differentiated him from a lot of other like medics. And this is the thing. The funny thing about I laugh. Oh, and Crazy Legs. I'd had Crazy Legs a part of that crew too. And it's funny because people make fun of Crazy Legs for wearing gray and red, but everyone is like, "Oh yeah, Lifeline, no problem." And I'm like, he's wearing white and red, like the two brightest colors that you could probably, other than yellow, that you could have. But everyone's like, "Oh no, well, Lifeline gets a pass, but Crazy Legs, he looks like, oh my god, he would just get killed immediately." I'm like, you guys are idiots. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so funny how people pick and choose things that don't make sense to them. Whatever. Um, but speaking of Crazy Legs, he was shown as a render reveal, not even a render. It was just a name reveal, which I think is like head scratching because like he already was released in the Dragonfly set, which I did a review on. You can check that out if you want to in my video library. So it's like, why not just show the figure? Like, what? Huh? Why what are you doing? That didn't make sense. So, but it's cool. He looks good. I am really excited to get him. I want to say he's one of the most anticipated in this wave, especially coming up. So I was kind of hoping that we would have got him this year. I'm not sure when he's going to be available, but I like the goggles that he comes with. I think that makes a lot of sense. Him rappelling down, you would want some sort of eye protection, or you can have him in that classic look with the aviators. So I just like, why you give him a gun? Come on. Fuck. Like the one thing you shouldn't do is give him a gun. You gotta pay attention, Lenny. What are you doing? Pretty cool that this opens up and he's got some accoutrement inside. Love the backpack. Love the IV bag and even the oxygen mask, which I'm assuming will attach either to the briefcase he's got or the backpack. So this is I think a home run other than the gun. You got every aspect of the character right, but the damn handgun. So maybe he only aims for toes and knees, you know, but then he would want to help them after. So it's like counterproductive. You know, he's a pacifist, you know. What if it connects to the gun? What the friggin' what connects to the gun? the I see what you're saying. Like the IV bag, he just shoots out IV to people. That'd be hilarious. You get hydration, and you get hydration, and you get hydration. Maybe everyone's really hungover, and it connects to the gun, and they just like, you know, just squirt in the mouth. Here you go. Or maybe it's like he shoots IV darts at people, or like trank darts. I don't know. But to me, that looks like a Glock. You know, So next we got the Super Soaker. Yeah, you should have came with a Super Soaker. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could use, if you have an extra dock lying around, you could use the taser and toss it in that holster. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's like major aspects of the character you should know, and you should at least get that right. You know, like I said, it's not a big deal, but you know, it's just kind of like a thing that would bother me. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't bother other people. Night Viper's next. So he looks really good. This is probably going to be a lot of people's favorite in the wave. Always like the Night Viper. I'm hoping we get a Jungle Viper from Pursuit of Cobra. That I'm really hoping for. Sorry, my back is kind of bothering me here. I like all the new sculpted parts on him. There's a lot to look forward to, I think, with this figure. Whether it's the helmet that comes down, whether it's the new backpack, the new legs. I want to say, for the most part, I want to say these legs are probably not reused. It's not a really good shot you can see here, and that's dark. So, but I want to say there's probably a lot of new parts to him. Backpack looks great. New backpack. I want to say new rifle too, because I've never seen that sculpt for the rifle before. Removable helmet, which is good. Balaclava underneath, no big deal there. He's a troop builder, a true builder. There's certain like Vipers and certain characters like the Alley Viper that I don't army build. I always viewed the Alley Viper as his own character. And to me, the Pursuit of Cobra one is fantastic. I wish they would re-release that figure again, because he was a Walmart exclusive, I think, and I never even saw him on the shelf once. So, yeah. But, yeah, Jungle Viper. Yeah, I agree, Low Monty. Yeah. Jungle Viper will be, like, top of my list. If they gave that much love to Raptor, I mean, I think the Jungle Viper with those like camouflage wings, essentially, that he came with. Oh, that was such a great figure. I want to say one of the best Pursuit of Cobra figures that they offered. But this is a really, really good figure. Saw Viper should be his own character, like in the comics. Yeah, I agree, 100%, Terry. I'm still looking to find a customizer that has and I'll paint it myself. The actual head for the Saw Viper. Same thing goes for the Heat Viper. I never army built the Heat Viper either, which I'm hoping we get him too. I've always liked the Heat Viper. I kind of always like had a Viper crew in my head of the Frag Viper, which was his own character to me too. The Saw Viper, Heat Viper. I always had those three characters kind of in like a little squad together because each offers something different. So, but yeah, army build. As far as army building would go, I would say I would army build Night Vipers. I would army build, and I always did a 2-man team with Night Vipers, and then I would army build regular Vipers, regular Cobra Troopers, because those are true army builders to me. Oh, and the Alley Viper. I threw the Alley Viper in with the Frag Viper, Saw Viper, the rest that I said. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And then we also get a shot of the new Mole Rat, which I'm super excited for. And I love the color scheme that they came out with. A lot of people don't like it, whatever. I don't really give a shit. But the fact that we're getting essentially more zombie type characters, maybe we'll get a cesspool. The color scheme looks very cesspool vibes, which is really nice. And I hate the fact that I just said the word vibes, but that's what it looks like to me. And this is a really good looking figure. Yeah, looks good. Pretty pumped. And that there's him and Hit and Run, which I think is actually a pretty good pairing right there. Yeah, really good figure. Very, very excited for it. And next we got the man himself, Hit and Run, which another one I'm really excited about. Another one that I would have with my Tomahawk crew. He offers something different. And I've always liked, who doesn't like Hit and Run? He looks fun. So, yeah. We got some new parts with him. New harness. I'm not sure if the helmet is reused, but I don't think it is because that is a fixed helmet. I'm seeing some new with the rifle. Looks new. Obviously, his satchel is going to be new. His bandolier style satchel. I even want to say his grappling hook looks new because I've seen grappling hooks from other characters, and I don't think that's reused. It does come with a string, which is really nice. They've offered that before. Love the machete. Love the hooked knife. It almost looks like a hooked knife, but it looks like a foldable knife that's just extended. So those are nice. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for this. This might be one of their strongest waves that they've done. He takes the camouflage to the next level. Oh yeah, absolutely, all the way, all the way. And this is kind of I want to say gets me excited for other characters that I'm really looking forward to. Like I hope we get a free fall figure because he's got a lot of camo on him, and they weren't really like mastering the camo patterns earlier in the line. Like you saw that with Stalker. Like I had to go over and paint Stalker's black to kind of make it so faded, But this looks really good. They're getting a lot better with that. I like the fact that he does have a little bit of a sleeveless cuff, and then you've got the fingerless gloves, which is fantastic. There's a lot to like. I think about this figure. He's going to be a lot of fun, and I've always liked like Alpine is another one of my favorite classified that kind of took me by surprise. I really wasn't looking forward to his figure, but it was really well done. More well done than I actually thought it was going to be. I was kind of iffy on the face, but the face looks fine in hand. And you could definitely pair up Hit and Run and Alpine together and have them go on like a little climbing adventure together. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a really good wave. And then we got a shot with him and those new mole rats. I'm liking the variety. The variety is really good here. So, very well done. I think this whole wave is muskets for me. Yeah. Nice shot there. I like that he's like kind of like on the wall, kind of walking while rappelling on the wall. That looks great. And there he is all geared up. Looks really good. Hopefully that harness isn't too hindering of articulation, but and maybe here's me hoping it would be really cool if like the one side right here on the top popped open and you could put stuff in there. That'd be cool. And there's Big Lob. Like I said, while I don't really care that much for the character, I think this is a really solid new body that they're going with. Comes with a basketball, which is fun. You know, G.I. Joe still, as much as people take it seriously, can still be fun, you know. He is a very tall character. I kind of wish that, like, look how long his shins are. Which, I mean, if you look at a lot of basketball players, they actually have, like, super long, disproportionate legs. Like, their shins are, like, really long. Like, even, like, some, like, runway models, like female runway models, they have, like, super duper long shins and long legs. So, I mean, this makes perfect sense for his character. He comes with some Shumnakish, which is cool. I think he comes with like a blunderbuss. It almost looks like it's not a blunderbuss, but that's what it kind of looks like. A big old machete, a handgun, and I think a grenade launcher. No, a rifle. I'm sorry. But this also, I mean, if you're looking for like hardball coming down the road, I mean, this is showing you that they're willing to do some more fun characters that are a little bit more of a deeper cut, and maybe we'll get a hardball down the road. So that'd be cool. And the hand is fixed. So I'm willing to assume that they're probably reusing some parts from the NBA line of what was the name of that line? I can't think of it offhand. But the NBA figures that Hasbro came out with it kind of flopped because they were way too expensive. Starting lineup. Thank you. Thanks, Lamonti. Yeah, starting lineup. I would assume that they're probably reusing some parts from there, which just makes a lot of sense, to be honest with you. And I have zero issue with it whatsoever. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I do like that quite a bit. So it's actually not a machete. It's a like a big old Rambo knife that he comes with. A pistol, what looks to be like a grenade launch. I've never seen a grenade launcher like that, unless it's something else. I don't know. Not sure what that is. He also comes with a grenade, which I'm assuming that those grenades are probably removable from the bandolier, which, ooh. They did that with Beachhead, and they did that with the anniversary Snake Eyes, and I wasn't a big fan of loose grenades popping off constantly, so I always glued them. So, it's cool to have that stuff, but like, especially when you don't have specific hands to hold said grenades, like that open palm hand, it's not gonna be able to hold that grenade the way it's supposed to. So, looks like that knife is from the Predator. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be. That could be it, Terry. That could be it. But yeah, cool figure. You got to get him to finish off that team. of Roughnecks, you know. Yeah, that's got to be some. There's a porthole there, so you can see the porthole. It's right there for blast effects. So I'm guessing it's some sort of like a one shot shotty or a grenade launcher, like a thumper. You know, that's a cool shot. That's fun. Oh, he's dunking on the mole rats. That's hilarious. Oh, that's a cool shot too. I like that. That's a good one. Mole rats are like on him. He's like, last ditch effort. Screw it. Pull the pin. And there's a shot of the legs and the G.I. Joe symbol on the sneakers, which is a nice touch. So, like, this is the type of stuff where I'm like, okay, you got a little creative there. I like that. And then it's like other stuff where you're given characters that don't use guns. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? All right, so Mole Rat Stage 2. This is really up my alley. I like this stuff a lot. The Operation Monster Force stuff just dropped, and I was really excited for those Cobra-esque zombie troopers because it really brings me back to the Zombie Initiative box set that came out all those years ago at JoeCon, and then it came, what was it? The Zombie Vipers, which I was a huge fan of. Still another one of those awesome, more modern figures that came out for Joe's in the late 2000s, 2010s, early 2010s, late 2009s. That whole era of modern 4-inch Joes. So I'm hoping eventually we get to that point. And I think this is kind of like another step in that direction where we might get a Zombie Viper. I'm hoping. But I like the Mole Rats. I love the fact that they're like these bright, vibrant colors. I think this is a lot of fun. This kind of like, I don't know, this kind of color scheme looks like it's a 90s that came out, a figure that came out in the 90s. Like this looks like something that would be in like the Ninja Turtles line, you know? It's fun. It's vibrant. It looks like a fun toy. And it's yeah, it is. That is true. I was going to say that next, Lomonti. It is glow in the dark, also. Which now you're really talking up my alley because I have a soft spot for glow in the dark anything. So I love glow in the dark figures, and especially when it hits thematically. Oh, it's even better. So I love it. Don't mind any of the reused stuff, which is mostly all reused. Except for that new head on the left there. So I like it. I'm going to get like 4 of these, I think. Would look great with the Tron figures. Wait. Oh, man. Now imagine if he had LED light up eyes. That would just right over the top. That would just be a HasLab on its own, wouldn't it? No, I'm joking. But yeah, this is, I think, I pretty much want all of these. These are just, I think they're all bangers. They're all just ones to get, you know. LED base. The Cobra Bug color. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Those are the Cobra Bug. That's such a great vehicle. What a great fun vehicle the Cobra Bug was. I do have a complete Cobra Bug, which I'm pretty excited. Was pretty excited to get. So that was GI Joe. Now like I said, they did do name reveals. They also revealed that I'm surprised they don't have photos of it. Maybe I gotta go over here and check some more stuff. Oh. All right, let's go to. I don't want to go to booth images. I want to go to render reveals. Let's go to main page. They have it on here. Oh, let's get to this. Then we'll get to the Cobra Lav, Royal Guard, and all that stuff. So we've got the Arctic Assault HISS tank. Now I have the HasLab HISS tank. This is supposed to come with a driver. I'm gonna look and see, because I didn't hear on the panel, unless I wasn't paying attention, how much this is going to be. I don't know if they revealed that. It's gonna have to be at least $200. Like it's gonna have to be. I know there's no lights. Try to see if anybody in the comments said anything. Doesn't say. I don't think they did announce a. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my god. It's like a cough and a. Excuse me. A cough and a yawn. A yawn. Let's see here. All right, so we've got, what do we got here? There's a box. Fantastic. Great shot, guys. Thank you for the box shot. Boxes of figures. Okay. Lenny in a box. All right, so here's in hand stuff. You can see it's still working tank treads, which that's going to jack the price up. You're not going to get extra blast effects, I don't think, with this, at least from what I would assume. You're probably not going to get an extra canopy, a retro side panels that were detachable and retachable. You're not going to get the... You are getting missiles on this. You're getting this little piece right here for the rollout tent or whatever that's supposed to be sculpted on. If this were a HasLab, I think you would have got that stuff with blast effects, and this probably would have been cloth that you could actually remove and put on there or use for your figure. But it's not, which I originally said, maybe this didn't need to be a HasLab. I'm assuming the mold is going to be the same. Now, I want to know, is there the troop carrier door in the back? There's the front. Looks just like oh my god, doesn't that look like a friggin' DeLorean right there? That looks like a friggin' DeLorean. Just that angle of that shot. Here's the side. Show the damn back. All right, so there's a door. So you do have troop carrier capabilities, because you can see the door line right here, unless they just glued that on. But I would be willing to assume that this thing is going to be not $300, but something around like $200 to $250, and it does include a driver. Now here you have weapons rack, and the weapons rack does have clips in there, so you will be able to secure your weaponry. Let's see. Working tank treads, from what I see, which I don't like working tank treads because they break down over time. I've explained this 1,000 times, and they fall apart. But a lot of what's being reused here is from the HasLab. I was expecting them to come out with this with plastic tank treads, which I prefer, with wheels on the bottom, because it just they last longer. The longevity of those is far superior to rubber tank treads that move. So you should review the bug one day. I thought, maybe I didn't. I mean, I can. That's one that's one vehicle I don't mind going back and doing a full review on. So yeah, that could be in the works, Terry. That could be in the works. I'll have to go to Buffalo to get it because it's in storage in Buffalo, but I could always have one of my parents ship it home to me though. So that could be a thing. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate the 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 oh god, don't fall. I appreciate the mention. No, it's not going to have any light up features. That I think we can pretty much sum that up to. But I mean, it's cool that they're offering this. It is cool. Yep, open. You can open up the back. Same from what I can see from this angle. Hopefully they get closer. Same. Yep. Same chair. Same racks. So yeah, troop carrier too. So that's cool. With weapon storage, just different painted Cobra logo. Get out of here, McAfee. I don't want to subscribe to you. Go away. So I mean, this is definitely cool. I'm interested to see how much it's going to be. Like I said, if I had to guess, 200 to 250. So that's my guess. But there you go. There is that. We've already gone over the other figures. I'm trying to go find the render reveals for go back here. Oh, I went too far. Stop it. There we go. All right, here we go. And then I think this will close it out for the night, and I'll go over maybe some figures that I haven't talked about that I have here, and then that'll be it for tonight. Because I do have to wake up early tomorrow. All right, so we got Pythona. Not a big fan of them going the elitist route with the exclusives, of having in stock for premium members only, keeping it open multiple days, and not allowing people that don't have a premium membership to wait until November to then even pre-order, because you're not going to have them in stock. I think that's kind of bullshit. Now, I don't have a problem with premium members getting like a day to buy them, but to completely exclude everybody else that doesn't have a premium membership is super elitist. I don't like that shit. Cut that shit out. Give other people the chance. Like, it's bad. Like, some of these companies, they don't realize like how much stuff costs now. Like, okay, a filet mignon, if you go to a Publix, if you have a Publix in your area, I don't know how much Wegmans is, but Publix specifically, if you go to a Publix, filet mignons right now, 2 filet mignons, right? Any filet mignon right now is $28.99 a pound. Okay? Food, 2 filet mignons to feed 2 people is like $45, depending on the ounceage that it's cut. Just put that in perspective for you. And you're like trying to force people to buy a subscription, which is overpriced, for a whole year just so you can maybe get something early. It's just stupid to me. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a problem with people getting, the premium members getting a first shot at it, whatever. But to exclude people and make the other people wait just to pre-order the damn thing, which is going to be all hell's going to break loose in November when people can, have the regular people have a chance at this. Is ground beef? Is ground beef? It is. Ground beef it is. Yeah. I mean, even ground beef is friggin' expensive when it's not on sale. Like, it's ridiculous. Friggin' ribeyes are like, what, $17.99 a pound? Depending on where you buy them from. Like, strips, New York strips, $17.99, $18.99 a pound. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah. Anyway, back to this and not talking about meat or food. It's making me hungry. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think if you would have opened it up to the regular people that don't want to pay for an overpriced membership that doesn't really do all that much. You should have opened it up 24 hours later. Like, it's just completely stupid. I don't agree with that crap at all. So, but there's Pythona. She looks cool. Yeah, there you go. There's hit and runs. Get to the people that we haven't seen. Okay, we're just going to not do that, and we're just going to go down. There we go. All right, so here we have the Cobra La Royal Guard. This looks really good. I mean, I don't have really any complaints here whatsoever. I love the alternate head, the wings, the cloth goods cape, the removable pauldrons, which is kind of reminding me of Mythic and Cosmic Legions a little bit there, which is pretty cool. So you can get two totally different looks for them. These gauntlets are removable here and here. You can take those off and give them a completely different look. You've got unmasked heads, which we've never seen before, which is pretty cool. And then the big old, I used to call it the bugle. It looked like a bugle. To me, the bugle blade, I used to call it. But yeah, there's this bugle blade. And then the all-new sculpt here, like, this is crazy. It's crazy fun. Yeah. There's nothing left to say, really. I'm excited for this. I'm going to get two. Looks like one big bastard. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get two of them. I like all the Cobra Law stuff. I'm in the minority there, too. That doesn't bother me one bit if people don't like it. So, yeah, look at that. That looks so fun. Like, you could have one that's like a ground trooper, and then another one, if you just want to do like 2 or 3, you could have like 2 there ground troopers and one that's like an aerial one, so you can have like a little squad. Yeah, this is fun. I love it. And there's the render reveals for that, for the Arctic Hiss tank. And then we've got, let's see, name only reveals. And there's a female Crimson Guard. Like, you guys couldn't have came up with a render for that. Come on now. Come on. There's like a weird cartoon drawing. I'm probably going to pass on the female Crimson because I have like 4 regular Crimson Guards, or 5. I have 5. 1 retro and then 4 regulars. So, like I said, Crazy Legs, you already got the tooling for them. You couldn't have just like photoshopped the colors? I mean, that's a little weird. Maybe it'll come with a different head. I don't know. Different weaponry, but I doubt it. I would doubt it. Well, we're getting Zap, part of the OG-13. But, I mean, unless you have the fastest fingers on the planet and you were able to pre-order that, the 2-pack with Steeler and, oh my God, I can't think of his name. Anyway, if you're able to, like, you're missing out. And then it's like they're weird about the OG-13. It's like, yeah, we're going to give it to you, but we're going to give it to you in the most annoying possible ways that we could give it to you. We're going to give you, here's OG-13 Hawk, but you got to buy this missile system that you probably have 2 of already. Like, why? Why? Jesus Christ. I'd rather you just do all 2 packs of all of them if you're going to do that. Short fuse. There we go. Thank you, Lomonte. It's like, don't make me I'm not buying a missile system just to get Hawk. That's ridiculous. So that's a pass. The 2-pack that sold out in 10 seconds, I guess that's a pass for me too. I'm not getting that. And then why would I even bother getting Zap now? What would be the point? Like, what's the point of getting Zap single carded, which will probably be like some sort of Hasbro Pulse exclusive, which you can't get, like Breaker. So fucking annoying. They should have had the blue Crimson Guard lady from the cartoon. Yeah, that would have made sense. This, like, no O-ring stuff. No, thank you. I don't know. Maybe as retro cards. Yeah, that could be it. That's a good point. And then there's Crystal Ball. He was voted the greatest classified of 2025. I would say for the inherent value, yes, but for availability, absolutely not. He is not the best figure of the year. Availability sucks. And availability for Breaker sucked. And the fact that you're trying to eventually build the mass device, which you know they're going to do, but you have key elements separated in an exclusive that is completely sold out and no one can find it anywhere, is asinine. I'm sorry, but make your shit available. If you're trying to thematically do something that is wanted, or you're trying to do like that's like them doing this Hiss tank, right? But the driver's exclusive, and you can only get them through Hasbro Pulse, and there's going to be and they're only going to have them up for 3 hours, and within those 3 hours, you're only going to get so many available. Like, what? Why would you do that? It's just annoying. I don't care about some weird cover band. I never liked whatchamacallit. What's the name of that stupid band? I can't. They did a box set of, which was a complete waste of a box set, to me at least. I'm being very negative right now. I know I'm a negative Nancy. Cold Slither. There we go. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Cold Slither. I never have. Even as a kid, I was like, this is stupid. What is this? What are we doing here? This is dumb. Get Cold Slither out of my face. I hated that episode. I was like, this is a waste of an episode. We're going to hypnotize you with our lyrics. What? Get out of my face with that. And then this figure sold out within a couple minutes, I want to say. It went up and went out. So maybe the Joe team and Hasbro has so little faith, which they've always had so little faith since, I want to say, the 2000s in G.I. Joe, that they're just like, we don't know how much this will sell, so let's just not make a lot of it. And it's like, people want your stuff. Like, this is one of the best toy lines you have right now. You're not going to make this stuff available. I just don't get the logic. There's no logic here. I don't know why I'm trying to figure it out. Well, we just don't think that. Well, you're thinking wrong, because the stuff is selling, and it's just not available. So thank you. But anyway, at least the mainline stuff you can get a hold of, unless we're talking about Dial Tone, which that's a different story. Which I'm shocked I was able to even find one. Borrow from the Black Series and reissue. Yeah! How about, there's a concept. God forbid. Lomonti is making a lot of sense. God forbid you should reissue something. I'm just saying. So is Lomonti. So are all of us collectors saying, hey, a reissue would be nice here. This is a cool concept. I like the fact that Crystal Ball has his own elite troopers that can use, hallucinogenic type weaponry and make people like see things that isn't normally there. I think it's a fun thing. I like the new helmet too. It kind of reminds me. Doesn't this helmet? Whoa! Doesn't this helmet remind you of movie Cobra Commander, or almost? I'll go even a deeper dive here. Crake as Cobra Commander with the fangs. You know, with Crake, the fangs were coming up from the bottom, but give him a, I don't know, a reflective dome with fangs coming up from the bottom, and you've got yourself a Crake there, which I don't think they'll go that deep. Perfect matchup for Psych Out. Oh yeah, big time. Good call, Terry. So that I think is going to do it for the reveals. I was only going to cover Hasbro stuff here. I wasn't going to cover everything because there's way more to talk about. So maybe I'll do a separate live stream next week for that. Yeah, we could do that, and we'll talk about it then. Because there's a bunch of NECA stuff, which I'm still holding out hope that one day, NECA, if you're listening, NECA, I don't care how you do it, acquire the toy licensing for Halo. Please. Please and thank you. Please, I'm asking nicely here, Halo. Can you imagine like NECA Halo figures with the amount of like sculpting detail paint that you would get? Ooh. Like McFarlane had his shot. Let it go. Jazzwares, while I love those figures and I have a soft spot for them, there's a lot of stuff missing still with those figures. But I'm going to get to those because I actually have some Jazzwares stuff on the way. So, but anyway, okay, so that'll do it here. Let me get this out of here. Removal of that. You can see my ugly mug. Oh, I did want to bring this up really quick. In case there are any Halo fans in here. Let me go back and share the screen. All right, let's do that. All right. Really quick, in case there are any Halo fans in here, let's go to. Oh, wait, I gotta go to Jazzwares Vault. Jazzwares Vault. Oh, right now, as far as value goes, you're getting a lot of value with the Jazzwares Vault. So please check out Jazzwares Vault. I am not sponsored by Jazzwares whatsoever, and if I was, I would let you know. But I'm not. Okay, cookies, get out of my face. Damn dinner. Hello. Load. There we go. Well, there's Dusty. He's saying hello. By the way, like a boatload of value here. Now they have this entire exclusive set to the Jazzwares Vault right now. You can get every single Master Chief version from Combat Evolved. So the first Halo, all the way to Infinite for $100. That's originally is 120, which is 20 bucks per figure. It's under for, let's just do the math here, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, right? With this set for $100 and free shipping. By the way, free shipping with this, and you're getting Halo 1, 2, 3, which is a rare figure to find, by the way. 4, well, actually, that's Halo 3. I don't know why Halo 4 is over here and Halo 3 is over there, but Halo 3, 4, 5, 6. And you get the railgun with 5. This is a really good value. Now, whether you value that or you're just like, hey, you know what? Oh, and they're also giving you 15% off, by the way. On top of all that. Whether you value that or you're just like, hey, you know what? I only want Halo 3 and 4 right here for you. Separate, 2 packs, $40, free shipping, 15% off. I only like Halo 5 and 6. Well, there you go, right there. Oh, I only like Halo 1 and 2. Right there for you. Unfortunately, Douglas is sold out, and he was $14 at one point. Good Lord. I got my Douglas, so he finished off my red team. It's my favorite Halo team of all time, by the way. And I was able to get Yokai, which is cool. But yeah, they have a lot of figures on here. They have a ton of the Halo World figures on here. Should check them out. Like I said, lots of good value. Right now, they have a crazy sale, $14 for a figure. Like it's ridiculous over here. Some are 4-inch and some are 6-inch. I do want to point that out. I think I actually got this 2-pack, that 4-inch 2-pack. I got to do a Halo 4-inch figure retrospective, and I need to go back now that I'm 2 figures away from having every figure in the Spartan collection. I need the samurai version of Yokai, and I need the Halo Infinite Master Chief with the what's it called? The repeller, or not the repeller, the spear gun. What's it called? The grapple attachment. So, but there's that, and then I do want to show one more thing, and then I'm done. And stop. If you guys like Halo, Halo Reach, which is widely regarded as one of the best Halo games. I read about this the other day, and I was like, yo. You need to jump on this because pop up anyway. Set right here. If you're a pro, same value you're getting with those sets I shop. You're not just straight up the Halos. All of that have been updated, so the ankles are a little bit better. the knees are the better knees that they did later, especially on Combat Evolved. So they've updated, and also all the decos are more accurate to what the characters look like, including all the Master Chief sets. These are all updated and all upgrades, I think, personally. And on top of that, you're getting your money's worth for the value and the figure, and they all come with extra hands, guns, attachments, stuff like that. Like, so all of this, like each figure is not just coming with the figure, it comes with all of the original stuff that they came with. But this is all updated paint apps, which are, there's weathering on there, there's more accurate updates. I want to say even some of the weaponry has, because they had really gummy plastic with the weaponry is a little bit stiffer now with these updates, with these packs. So, and the I don't, if you're into packaging, like the packaging looks great. It does. That's a really good shot. But they also updated like Emil, June. June didn't. I think he had all green legs. With this is the update. It has an more accurate deco for the legs, and it also has better weathering and all of the logos that are supposed to be on him that are accurate to the game. Noble 6 also, original Noble 6 release did not have a reflective visor like all the others. This is when they went through that small period of painting on the visor, which was not reflective. This one's reflective. So, and he's got better knees. Emil, another reflective visor, which I think was painted on back then. So they went and updated that. So they're actually going back, and while they are reissuing figures, especially Emil, I think he's going for like $200 at one point. Now you can get the whole set, and they're under $20 a figure. So it's worth it. I think it's absolutely 100% worth this. Also, Kat has updated paint apps, and I think she has like a shiny metallic for her arm now. So her arm is more of a shiny color, where it was kind of like a matte finish before. So a lot of updates, upgrades, I want to say, for this set. I think it's absolutely worth the money. I'm not sure if GameStop, I'm pretty sure if you're a pro member, they'll offer free shipping for anything over $100. So there you go. That's just something I wanted to point out to you guys in case you are interested in anything or everything Halo. But there you go. Okay, so I think that'll bring this to a close. I think what I'll do is I have to work tomorrow, but I get off early, and then I have the next 2 days off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to really heavily focus the next like 3 days, 2.5 days, I should say, on getting some reviews done, getting some shorts done, and getting the content out to you guys, because it's the last, like, what was it, month. I do want to apologize for not getting content out. I tried as much as I could, but the month of September, I wasn't even home. I was home for 8 days in the month of September. I went to Italy, got back, worked 1 week, and then I had to go to Buffalo to help my mom. She was having surgery, and nobody could help her, so I had to go back home, and I had to stay with her for about a week. And then I got back. What was it? No, I stayed there extended period of time, about a week and a half. So I was gone longer than even expected. So the whole month of September was shot. And then, yeah, it was just tough. Gearing up for Italy in the end of August was tough. There was a lot of stuff going on at work, like managers leaving and stuff like that, which kind of, like, when you get a good manager, you're like, you don't want them to leave. You're like, please don't leave. And then they leave, and you're like, fuck. And then you don't know what you're getting into with a new manager and different style and all that stuff. So there's all that stuff, and then there's some like, you know, family stuff going on as far as like just busy with regular family home life stuff. So, but yeah, at least I was able to, you know, get these live streams in because they're a lot easier to do. I don't have to spend like hours, which I do spend hours editing these videos. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys. I wanted to at least talk about this stuff. I have a lot of fun talking with you guys and hanging out with you guys. So I appreciate you guys very much. Yeah, for those of you watching this on playback, thank you so much to sticking around to the very end. I do have channel memberships in the description box of this video. So if you guys want to check that out, want to become a Jive Turkey, you can. Also, if you just want to like, comment, and subscribe, that helps a lot. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm know that, you know, helps the channel grow, essentially. So there we go. But I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And like I said, I'm going to try and get as much content out as possible. But now it's like thank God I got all the Ox Crew out, because doing those individually would have been really tough. Back to back to back to back to back. So like I said, I do have some custom videos for Cosmic Legions, because I've been really on this like Cosmic Legion custom tear. And then I have some other Cosmic Legions, like I said, that I even showcased in the last live stream that I do want to do full reviews on. I still have to do a Nemesis Enforcer review. I still have to do a Declan Van Helsing review. I do want to do some Halo reviews, especially on Red Team, because that's the most important Halo team to me. What you call it? I want to do a review of this dude because he is awesome. I have so much fun playing around with this dude. He's so cool. You can still get him on the Four Horsemen website, the Store Horseman Shopify website. You can get him. He is awesome. He's like a friggin' orc monk. He's awesome. He's so fun and very posable. More posable than I thought he was going to be. I'll be honest with you. And I'm used to Mythic Legions. And then I have a ton of classified reviews to finish. So, yeah. And I do want to point this out before I let you go. I've not only created customs, but I've created full-fledged characters with bios that are going to go with these characters, with these customs, excuse me. So not only, and I have a whole crew I'm going to do. It's going to be like a whole team. Some villains, some heroes, but I do want to make a crew on each side with full-fledged stories that I have written out. So that's also stuff that I've been working on too. So it's not just like me farting around, not doing anything. So, but I want to start trying to create something that you guys can follow as like maybe like a possible story, because I do love writing. And I think that's something that could be really fun when added in with action figures. So let me know in the comments below if that's something that you guys would deem interesting. So, but other than that, I think that's going to be it. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Low Monty for hanging out with me. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you to Woodman. Thank you to Terry. Thank you to Applebone, I think it was. Let me see here. Thank you to Tim Taylor for popping in, man. I appreciate you, bro. I think it was Applebone. And for some reason, not popping up in the chat. That's weird. I'll have to go in this chat, maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, Applebone. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Like I said, I hope you have a great night, and hopefully I see you shortly in the next live stream and in the next review or video. But that'll be it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.